How do you know how the west winds blow in the land of Britannia though, when once or twice or three times more, Britain did many things that we most certainly all should deplore. Many, many men will and have done much, much more. We need to cease a call for the encore of imperialism. The situational context of a different time, the age of oil versus the age of stones and the age of oars. British history is very raw, not on the beaches, not on the shores. The winds once rushed from the west. Please put our society to the test. Let's use a list like a litmus test. Marley, Zephaniah, William Wilberforce, William Horsfall and Ned Ludd. Let's drop it down a tone, dropping from the ghetto to the hood. Stormzy, Sheeran, Wretch, John Lennon, the list goes on, I'll just keep penning. Pay your penance is what I hear in essence. Worldwide all I hear is Britain is far from a blessing. Don't get it twisted, I really need to start stressing that once upon a time is not how we started this beginning. If I lost you already, please lean in. I am human, and you may say I'm daydreaming. You think the streets are paved with gold, and I want to paint a picture of a perfect painting of Britain for us all to behold, lest we forget Grenfell and pensioners growing cold. Where is the dignity for these people in death and as they grow old? Lest we forget the slaves we bought and sold, sub-Saharan African, Slavic, Irish, ancient Greek and Italian, branded with a mad medallion. The emblem of Britannia is an inherited cultural mania. Lest we forget the people of power make money, yeah? The world slave comes from Slav, the ancient Roman bloodbaths. When British men speak, all those men laugh. Damn. Let them drown in the retribution's wrath. They laugh when we wail 1838. Let us sail, rule the seas. Everyone watches TikTok, that's okay. But don't tell me you can see the wood from the trees. Hail Britannia, white cracker please, set aside some Leicestershire cheese. How about the speech at Tilbury that can bring every man to his knees? Not seen it, not heard it, not read it, nor is there a highly read thread on Reddit. You'd say it was probably a man who said it. Blame Britain, blame Britain, blame Britain. Reign Britain, the stain-ridden nation, is a land of multicultural elevation, still unjust and obviously full of economic degradation. People of all colours, all castes caught up in class frustrations. Lyrical folk emerge, creating colourful illustrations of togetherness. Queen Liz and her reverence, hard work and majestic elegance. Say anything untoward and I will raise an army and rise like Hannibal with a legion of Goliath war elephants. Don't ask me for evidence. I can see you lack a knowledge of her precedents in the post-war era, where there were still fascist remnants. The fine lady spoke of the tenet of peace, how we all come from the earth and we live beneath the sun. Yet it goes on, and all I ever hear is blame Britain, not like the Ottomans ever did anything wrong. It'd be odd if I didn't include and utter all of the other utter, odd, divisive, dilly-dallying, division, rallying, chauvinistic, pompous imperial conquests. Then there would be context duress. Let's roll with what folks don't know from the outside. We as a nation roll with pride. Let blame Britain subside. I come from a little place called Great Britain. I don't really know if I love or hate Britain. I seldom eat crumpets, yet often drink tea. Wear mittens, my teeth are terrible marks, and it is discernible my ostensible arrogance and the dictionary logged in my throat makes me sound like a frog that forgot how to croak. Never going to be a prince, but I wince when people say I can't be a British gentleman. I hope you can hear my sentiment. I am adamant, lad. I am but an ant. Blame Britain is very sad. The elite's in every corner, not a royal battle, but a battle royale. We got to rebuttal, blame Britain, history is so exceptionally subtle. Blame the dog and put on a muzzle, forget the master, forget the muggles. Blame a nation or blame the few, doesn't really matter cause of the pain that will ensue. Tilt your Trilbys to Tilbury, echoes of pride until they see. Weak and feeble lines they may seem, but these are the lines that might help some to see. We as a nation now stand free. There is still work to be done, most certainly. Turn to the world, look and see. Turn back, look and decree. Pride of the nation will evermore be revised and reviewed in a revisionist take. Nationalism renewed, patriotism refused. Patronizing superfluous terminology can have such a simple message skewed. This is not for Britain, this is for you. Look at the facts. The tiniest nation led abolition among the superpowers. Unequivocally, it should never have happened in the first place. It's an abject disgrace. Those who do not learn of humanity's past malevolent mistakes are doomed to the same fate. Let blame Britain cessate. Let's, as a nation, elevate our common kin. Look around at your brothers, sisters, colleagues and friends. Everyone who lives up in the ends. History has been bent by misinformation and hate. Blame Britain or blame an elite, which by the way are 6 feet beneath. It's time to usher in a new serene eon, one wherein one love is our gift. Blaming Britain is only going to further the rift. Humanity is adrift from one another and the chief facts of DNA. Can you hear me? We can be free. We can start to see the legacy of humanity. A worldly earthborn nationalism. Beyond that, we are stardust. I say with pride, I am proud of the Windrush. Reparations are a must. Preparations for the thrust of equality. Policy is all about the cash flow. Society is about you and me. Oh. The cultural revolution of love is essential. Tilbury was elevating women before it was woke. This is our earth, let's stoke the things that yoke us together in the hearth of humanity. Finally, we British love cricket and trains. We have contributed innovations that have lasted through time and remain. So has everyone though, so let's let it go. Still, there are echoes of blame Britain. No one is even alive from those times. When you walked the streets then or now, you would have seen the same thing. The streets are not and have never been paved with gold. Behold, a broken Britain on the mend, a broken Britain built up by folk from the ends. I am a commoner among the bourgeoisie and a proletariat among the elite. I grew up with halal meat, Caribbean beats, a roof and shoes on my feet, a love for the wonders of China. Most days, I'd eat in an Arabian diner. All the time, folk looked behind, never at the present and the future we may find. So when you next blame Britain from the high horse on which you're sitting, remember the speech at Tilbury was spoken and written. God bless our queens. God bless our gentlemen's dreams. God bless broken Britain, as broken as it seems. God bless our multicultural society. God bless my town that never rioted. The rivers never ran red on the street because we are British and we love equally. The imperial age is done. The sequel should be our humanity, finally having equality won. We are one species, earthborn and earthbound under the same sun. History is literally done. The present literally has just begun. The future is built by what we quilt in the tapestries of time. Division has no place in the chambers of our times. For my king's gentlemen and queen's ladies, for everyone getting by daily, I am from a little place called Great Britain. I live in another place and many worldwide cry, blame Britain. We have to let them know we are still giving the vibes of hope. We have to let them know that most men and women are broke, that they are not alone and indeed never were. Britain is broke yet bespoke, let unity flow. Don't let division sow its wicked seeds of ill content. We are not machine men, we are not cattle, we are humans, we are earthborn, earthbound Brits. Some will spit at our pride. Hate has to subside internationally. but also nationwide. My eyes open wide to togetherness and multicultural pride. Hail Britannia, we stand side by side in a pot that didn't melt. Never dismiss the wicked spell of haters. Respect your elders and love like true gentlemen and ladies. Never dismiss it's been a very rocky road to making Britain a multicultural abode. Give thanks and praises to the good hearts that raise us. The world need not hate us.